Most gardeners will spend their entire lives buying seedlings from nurseries and never once question whether they are leaving serious money on the table. Today, that changes for you. I grew $47,000 worth of crops last year in my backyard. Not with fancy equipment, not with acres of land, just seeds, soil, and knowledge that most growers never get access to. The nursery near me used to smile every time I walked in. Now I understand why. Because the moment you know what I am about to share, you will never look at their overpriced seedlings the same way again. Welcome to Ivy Circle Gardeners, where we grow smarter, not harder, and we do not keep secrets from each other. One of these 10 crops is worth more per ounce than gold. Another one pays you back in 10 days. And number 7, chefs are actively seeking out small growers right now and paying premium prices to get it. These are not crops you will find at your local garden center. They are not on the mainstream radar. And that is exactly why they are worth knowing about. Let us start with the one that sounds almost too good to be true. Number 10. Saffron crocus. The spice worth more than gold. 3 tiny red threads. That is all you harvest from a single flower. But those 3 threads, dried carefully and stored properly, sell for up to $5,000 per pound. Saffron is the most expensive spice on earth, and here is what your nursery will never volunteer to tell you. It is not difficult to grow. It is time-consuming to harvest, and that distinction matters enormously. Nurseries would rather you spend your money on petunias you will replace every season. Saffron crocus bulbs, or corms as they are properly called, go in the ground in late summer. By autumn, you get stunning royal purple blooms. Each flower gives you those precious threads. Harvest them gently, dry them slowly, and suddenly you are holding something more valuable than the jewelry in your dresser drawer. Zones 6 through 9 in the US, southern regions of the UK, and mild parts of Canada are all suitable. It loves full sun and hates wet soil. It blooms when everything else in your garden is winding down for the year. One plant will not retire you. But 50 plants, 100 plants, now you are growing something genuinely valuable. Imagine gifting small vials of your own homegrown saffron at the holidays, or selling them online where authentic saffron commands prices that will surprise you. Number 9. Sea buckthorn, the superfood survivor. This one is for the gardeners who want a plant that works as hard as they do. Sea buckthorn is a shrub that laughs at brutal winters, thrives in poor soil that would kill most plants, and produces bright orange berries loaded with more vitamin C than oranges and omega fatty acids that high-end skincare companies are currently obsessed with. Cold-pressed sea buckthorn oil sells for around $70 per 100 milliliters. Let that land for a moment. $70 for a small bottle from a plant that essentially takes care of itself once established. Older varieties have thorns that make harvesting frustrating. But here is the insider knowledge that most growers never find. There are thornless varieties now, Sunny and Titan among them, bred specifically for easier harvesting and stronger yields. Nurseries do not stock these because they are not impulse purchases. They require patience up front. But once they are established, they are nearly indestructible. And here is a bonus that most people overlook entirely. Sea buckthorn is a nitrogen fixer. It improves the soil around it as it grows. Almost no fruiting plant does that. If you are in zones 3 through 7 or in windy coastal areas, this is a silent earner that quietly builds value year after year while demanding very little from you. Number 8. Wasabi, the $150 per pound mystery plant. Here is something that might genuinely change the way you see sushi forever. That green paste on your plate at most restaurants is not wasabi. It is horseradish blended with green food coloring. Real wasabi comes from a thick, knobbly rhizome, and it is one of the rarest cultivated crops on the planet. Fresh wasabi sells for $100 to $150 per pound, and here is the part that surprises most growers. It is not impossible to grow. It just needs conditions that most other crops despise. Cool temperatures, consistent moisture, and deep shade. That damp, shady corner of your garden that you have always considered a problem? Wasabi considers it paradise. Takes 18 to 24 months to reach full maturity, and I know that sounds like a long time, but you can harvest the leaves much earlier for use in salads and stir-fries. They carry a gentle peppery warmth that adds real gourmet character to a dish. When you finally harvest your first rhizome and grate it fresh, the flavor is unlike anything from a tube or packet. Local chefs and authentic Asian restaurants are actively looking for real wasabi suppliers right now. They will pay serious premiums because the genuine article is genuinely rare. Number 7. Ground cherries. The tropical fruit that grows almost anywhere. Picture tiny golden fruits wrapped in delicate papery husks, like little lanterns. Peel one back and you get something that tastes like pineapple and mango got together and added a whisper of tomato. It is unusual, it is charming, and it is exactly the kind of thing that stops customers at a farmer's market and opens their wallets. Ground cherries grow almost exactly like tomatoes. Give them sun and space and they will reward you with hundreds of fruits throughout the season. And here is the part that gets even better. They self-seed. Grow them once and they will often return year after year without any effort from you at all. Farmers markets across the US and Canada are selling small cartons for $6 to $10. The selling point is not just the flavor. It is that feeling of trying something completely new. In a world of predictable grocery store produce, ground cherries are an experience. They thrive in containers, on balconies, even in small apartment garden setups. If you have wanted a fruit crop that is forgiving, productive, and genuinely delightful to share with people, this is a very good place to start. Number 6. Lemon verbena. Therapy in a leaf. Touch this plant once and the air around you fills with the cleanest, most uplifting lemon scent you have ever experienced. Not sharp or synthetic. Just pure, calm, and instantly mood-lifting. Lemon verbena is one of the most profitable aromatic crops available to small space growers, and almost no one is talking about it seriously. The leaves are used in artisan teas, natural perfumes, handmade soaps, essential oils, and high-end desserts. Fresh or dried, they command strong prices because no synthetic fragrance compound can replicate what the real plant produces. Dried lemon verbena leaves sell for $30 to $40 per pound in the US and Canada. Essential oil commands even higher prices. And unlike most herbs that lose their fragrance when dried, lemon verbena holds its scent beautifully. It grows best in full sun with well-drained soil and does wonderfully in pots or raised beds. In colder climates, bring it indoors before the first frost or take cuttings to overwinter. If you sell at markets or online, lemon verbena products become something people remember and return for. Tea sachets, infused oils, artisan bath products. It is a crop that sits at the intersection of gardening and self-care, and people invest generously in both. If you are watching this right now and realizing that nurseries have been quietly steering you toward the safest, cheapest, most replaceable plants they carry, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which crop on this list surprised you most. I read every single comment, and your reaction to this is exactly the kind of conversation that makes this community worth being part of. And if you are not yet subscribed to Ivy Circle Gardeners, now is the moment. What we share here does not show up in mainstream gardening content, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. Number 5. Mâche. The winter green that chefs pay double for. While most gardens go quiet and brown in the cold months, yours does not have to. Mâche, also known as corn salad or lamb's lettuce, is a European staple that most North American gardeners have never even considered growing. And that gap in awareness is exactly where your advantage lives. This tender, buttery-leafed green thrives in cool, short-day conditions. It grows beautifully through autumn and well into winter in the US, the UK, and Canada. While standard lettuce bolts or collapses in cold weather, Mâche just keeps going. Chefs love it because it adds quiet elegance to a plate without overpowering other flavors. At farmers markets, fresh Mâche sells for 3 to 4 times the price of regular salad greens. Direct sow the seeds, cover them lightly, and in 6 to 8 weeks you have full rosettes ready to harvest. It tolerates light frost without flinching. In mild winters you can harvest well into January. This is the crop that keeps your garden productive and your income flowing when most other growers have packed up until spring. Winter does not have to mean rest. Not for Ivy Circle gardeners. Here is a perspective that tends to make people uncomfortable, but it is worth saying directly. The gardening industry profits from seasonal thinking. They want you to believe that growing stops in autumn and picks up again in spring. That is when you buy new seeds, new seedlings, new supplies. Growers who break out of that cycle and grow through winter quietly outperform everyone around them. Mâche is one of the simplest ways to start doing exactly that. Number 4. Microgreens. The 10-day cash crop. If fast results matter to you, nothing in this list competes with microgreens. These tiny seedlings, radish, broccoli, arugula, sunflower, basil, go from seed to harvest in 7 to 14 days. A single growing tray can yield $20 to $50 worth of greens. Run dozens of trays at once in a spare room, a garage, or even near a bright window, and the math becomes genuinely exciting. Local restaurants, smoothie bars, and health-conscious consumers are buying consistently because microgreens contain up to 40 times more nutrients than their mature counterparts. That is not a marketing claim. That is documented nutritional research that the wellness industry has built significant revenue around. For growers in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, microgreens are especially well suited. No heavy lifting, no large outdoor spaces, no complex systems. Just trays, quality seeds, clean water, and your attention. Many experienced growers call microgreens the entry point to profitable home growing. They are simple enough to start immediately and rewarding enough to keep you engaged for years. If you have ever wanted to turn a small corner of your home into something that genuinely earns, this is where many people begin. Number 3. Lavender. The crop that earns money and moments. There is something almost timeless about lavender. Soft silver-green foliage, long purple flower spikes, and a fragrance that has been calming human nervous systems for centuries. It is in luxury perfumes, artisan soaps, wellness products, herbal teas, and fine pastries. But here is what most mainstream gardening content glosses over. Lavender is a serious profit crop when you approach it with intention. Once established, lavender is remarkably self-sufficient. Thrives in poor, dry, well-drained soil. It resists most pests. Comes back reliably year after year and improves with age. Dried lavender bundles sell for $10 to $20 each. Small bottles of lavender essential oil sell for $15 to $40 depending on purity and sourcing. Homemade sachets, bath products, and culinary lavender items carry strong margins at craft markets and online shops. And lavender actively supports your garden ecosystem by attracting bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects. It earns its place in a garden on every level simultaneously. In the southern US, the UK, and coastal Canada, look for hardy varieties like Hidcote or Munstead. They handle cooler conditions well and produce abundantly through the summer months. Lavender is also one of the most visually striking crops you can grow in a small space. Even a modest planting feels like something worth pausing to appreciate. Number 2. Stevia. The sweet plant that replaces sugar. Most people have used stevia in some form without ever thinking about growing it. But you absolutely can, and the returns are both practical and profitable. Each plant produces dozens of sweet leaves that can be used fresh or dried as a zero-calorie natural sweetener. The sweetness level is up to 200 times stronger than table sugar, which means a few leaves replace several spoonfuls. Dried stevia leaves sell for $25 to $40 per pound, and in warm climates plants can be harvested multiple times throughout the year. In cooler regions, grow them in pots and bring them indoors through winter. What makes stevia particularly appealing for home growers is its repeat harvest nature. Unlike crops that give you one main yield and then require replanting, stevia keeps regenerating. Cut it back, dry the leaves, and within weeks you have vigorous new growth ready to harvest again. Beyond the income potential, there is a deeply satisfying practicality to sweetening your own tea or coffee or baking with leaves from your own garden instead of processed sugar from a bag. In an era when more people are actively seeking natural, transparent food sources, stevia growers have a product that the market is already primed to appreciate. And now, number 1. Gourmet mushrooms. Nature's hidden gold mine. This crop grows in the dark. It thrives in spaces that most plants would find uninhabitable. And it is quietly generating serious income for home growers who were willing to step outside conventional gardening thinking. Oyster mushrooms, lion's mane, shiitake. These are prized in luxury restaurant kitchens, specialty food markets, and the growing wellness industry. And here is the part that genuinely reframes what profitable growing looks like for most people. Mushrooms do not need sunlight, open land, or years of waiting. They grow in cool, dark, humid spaces. A garage, a basement, a garden shed. With the right setup, you can be harvesting in as little as 3 to 6 weeks. Fresh gourmet mushrooms sell for $10 to $20 per pound. Dried or specialty varieties command up to $40 or more. Even a modest home operation can generate consistent returns. And the sustainability angle is remarkable. Mushrooms grow on waste materials like sawdust, straw, and used coffee grounds, converting what would otherwise be discarded into high-value food. The spent substrate then becomes nutrient-rich compost for your garden. It is a genuinely closed-loop system that improves everything around it while it produces. For anyone just beginning, oyster mushrooms are the recommended starting point. They are fast, forgiving, and tolerant of a wide range of growing conditions. Once you are comfortable with the process, varieties like lion's mane become especially interesting. They are prized for their unique appearance and for the compounds they contain that researchers are actively studying for cognitive health benefits. This is a crop with momentum behind it on multiple fronts simultaneously. Now here is something worth saying directly, because this list deserves an honest frame. The idea that profitable growing requires land, investment, and years of experience is one of the most persistent myths in gardening culture. Keeps people small. Keeps them buying instead of growing. Every single crop on this list can be started by someone with a backyard, a balcony, or a spare room. The barrier is not space or money. It has always been information. So there you have it. 10 crops that most nurseries will never put in front of you because their business depends on you not knowing about them. From saffron with its golden threads to wasabi hiding in the shade, from Mâche producing through January to microgreens turning trays into income in less than 2 weeks, from the calming permanence of lavender to the quiet revolution happening in mushroom growing right now. Each of these crops represents a different kind of reward. Some fast, some slow, some fragrant, some savory, some purely practical, and some genuinely profound. You do not need all 10. Choose 1 or 2 that align with your space, your climate, and your curiosity. Grow them with care, pay attention to what they teach you, and let the results speak for themselves. That is how every experienced grower you have ever admired actually started. Not with a grand plan, but with one good seed and the willingness to try something the average gardener would never consider. This is Ivy Circle Gardeners. Subscribe if you have not already, because what we cover here is not available in the mainstream gardening conversation. And I genuinely mean that. Thank you for being here. Now go grow something worth talking about.